Let's see, what is it? I'm not sure what it is. But anyways, I'll take a look at that in a minute. And of course, I'd put in the flip, put it in here. I'd label it, that way I could flip through it really quick and simple. And I had notes and stuff related to them. So this is another idea. And so basically, I'm going to pull this one out because it was special. Obviously, I left it in there. So basically, the idea was the thing I showed you the other day with these, no staples. I used rubber bands. And then the rubber bands would go into these little slots with the penny or what have you. And I'd put it in there and it would stay better. It wouldn't fall out quite as easily. But I did a little better on that later. This was my first trial. So I wasn't real happy with those. But again, if you wanted to do, attach to what I ended up doing is taking my cards. I'll show you right now what I ended up doing. I'll have it. I'll show you a sample. I have to get my cards, of course. And so this was an example where I could just throw it in there like that. But if, let's say I wanted something special like this one that I just pulled out of here. Again, my lighting. I'm adjusting everything. So, yeah. So, what I would do is what I do is I take the little card, I take the little thing like this. Of course, somebody else stapled it, or that was when I was doing it earlier. Another thing is you can put tape right here and you can flip it. I'll show you some of those. I already made those, but I'm just kind of throwing some stuff together so you can kind of see the idea. I'm trying to go really quick. Yesterday it was long-winded, so it's already 5 minutes. So anyway, and then what happens with that, I discovered, was as you tape this down, it stays on there. And then when you go to put it in the flip, in the old, something for photography, I'll show you some more later. But basically what you do is because it's attached to it, it just slips. It just slips right in. Oh, that's not a good example. Anyway, so this just slips right in like this. So you can pull it out. I'll show you more in a little bit. And it slips in just like that. And then you can actually pull it out. And then you can take a look at it like this. And you can tape it however you want. Like this one, because I have the date on top. I might do it where I can flip it up and open like that. So I get to see. This is a sample of what I'm going to show you what I did. Or what you could do. Anyway, my little cards, I just love it. Okay, I'm going to try to turn the light on and see if we can see what the date on this is. Let's see. I moved my light this time. Let's see if it's going to be a little better. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at that. Well, you can see it a lot better than last night. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to flip it over. So I'm like, oh, yes, I remember somebody else put the staples in this for me when I was getting started. And so here's another. This is Republic of Guatemala. And the year is 1997. So as time goes on, I may try to sell this. If anybody's interested, you let me know. Anyway, that was definitely, anyway, so that kind of is an example of some of the stuff that I've done. So I can just flip through it and look through it quickly. And, of course, this is just, I'm building this. This is in build mode. But I'm showing you kind of the concept. And I've got some others in here that I've already done. That's one date. So I'm just going to flip that over. Get rid of it. I must have had something in there earlier. So that's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. This was another one that I did. It was a 2015 VDB. So I'm still learning about that. That's a penny. Anyway, it looks like it's tearing. so you can't be too rough with it. But once you get it all in there, you can just kind of flip through here. These are some, you know, how I labeled, I took a little card, 1960 on there and that sort of thing. So that's another sample of things that you can do. Like I said, these are just some things I've trialed and errored. And to follow that through, I am going to open, I'll let you see what I'm doing here. The tackle box. The tackle box. I talked about the tackle box yesterday, remember? The tackle boxes. And these have nice little holders and things can go. I don't know how with that. Doesn't sound very good. Okay, so I'm going to put this down so I can get to it. All right, so the tackle box has a lot of little stuff. Oh, and this is what I was talking about yesterday. They weren't little key rings, but they're like these little rings like this. So I'll show you what, as time goes on, I'll show you samples of what I've already done. And for some reason, I'm trying to open. So I did this for college and school and stuff. So let's say I have a subject in English or, well, let's say 1979 pennies, since that's what I'm focused on. I already put little holes in there. I used a little clipper, my little clipper on that. And it was very nice, better than some of the other ones I've had. And then what you do is you just put it in here like this, and you can categorize them. See there? And then you can have your reference for your little cards and everything. So I'll put 1979 on top and talk about the different things that are related to 1979. I'm still learning them, so I still can't throw them out at you, but that's the idea. I wanted to share that with you because I showed you my cards the other night, with a little hole, and this is kind of finalization. And I've done some more of these. I'll show you some of the stuff later. And this was not friendly to my hands. It hurt my wrist. I have not used it. However, the small one, it works fine for me and has a little bounce. It catches it. So it depends on what you like or what you want. I'm going to start putting everything in the bag and go through quickly. Okay, so, and these little, I showed these yesterday. These were already things that I showed you. Different type of holders. And there were the more stickers that I showed you a little bit ago. And they come off real quick. And this is another, instead of throwing things away, I use labels, all-purpose labels. Here's an example of an all-purpose label. And, you know, I can cover my bottles that I showed you yesterday, the pill bottles up, using the different labels that I have here. And they're not real expensive. And you can just use them like cover up stuff. I'm sure that you kind of know what they are. If not, you can go to Walmart and look around or go to a store. So basically what this does is, I haven't really used this too much for labeling quite yet, but see that it comes off, and then I can cover up like this jar that I showed you. I can use this to cover up the jar. Now this will look better than some of the other stuff because I've already labeled and labeled and relabeled, and it makes it really easy. See? You can make it straighter. I'm not straight, so I just use it like that. And then if I want to change it out or do something different, an Avon bag, packaging. You want to do something different, then you can. You can change the coins out or not change the coins out. And change labels, so it opens it up to variety. And so, see, there's the little label, and I'm gonna go ahead and label this in front of you guys. So, see, this was a little glass jar. If anybody has any suggestions or ideas on, what to do or what not to do, and of course, you can do your own thing. You can get colored labels. I'm keeping it simple. You could get colored labels and label it by color. Eventually, that's what I might do. So, and of course, this has a lid. I just don't have it with me. I have it separate in another spot. So that's that. And yesterday, I also talked about my lids. You can't see it, but I've got layers of these in my tackle box. So it shakes very little, and I can categorize stuff like this. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. I talked about it last night. And my organic panna bear. Remember, I did that yesterday. Talking about tea and just green teas. Some people think it's not. Some people think it's good. So, and of course, you always need stamps. Oh God, it's just equipment that you need. Things that you get. Some more things to put on the pill bottle. So I'm not going to bore you again with that. Oh, and this is very important. Oh my gosh, it's already 13 minutes in. I'm trying to go fast, but okay. So this has been great. The pennies. I'm doing pennies. So it's a different dynamic. So I know that's kind of. I'm going through, and you just turn it on. I had trouble doing this. I had to have help. You turn it on, and then there's a Terra, and then I hit the Terra, and it, for whatever reason, takes it to 0, and then I can measure whatever I'm doing. So I had this in my I had this in the tackle box with all this other stuff I'm sharing with you. So I love this. I did some earlier videos. I believe on some of this, some of the weighing stuff. All right. Oh, and let's see. Ideas for just different ideas of stuff. Believe it or not, until I get some tubes. Here is an example of stuff I put things in. Fits perfect for quarters. So I thought I'd share that with you. And the candy's pretty good. My daughter likes candy, so that's good to do. And it fits in the tackle box pretty good. Oh, here we go. Here's an example of some of the picture stuff that I have organized. Put it a little, I like to reuse my bags. And it, doesn't have to do with food, so I can use it for coins. And it keeps things kind of organized and clean. Okay, so what I did here is I took a picture. I don't know if you can see the picture very well. Having trouble with the lighting here. Maybe if I turn this other light on. I had one last night. Oh, that does help a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of bulgy. You can kind of see it's bulging. Okay. So here's an example of some of the things that I did is I took a picture of the coin and made it large. And put it in there. And so you can see the picture there. And then also with the picture, I put the actual coin. This is a different one. It's not actually, doesn't fit the picture. So it's different. So, but that's a sample. One of the things that I did so that I could keep the large picture with the actual coin. And this was some flips that I was given. So I labeled it on top. It's 1968 D. So, and then, that allows you to write on the back, kind of memorize what you're doing. Another spot for writing and notes. Just ideas. I trial and error. So that's the front. So it goes in there really nice, and then this other one can go in front of it, and it kind of it just sticks and keeps them together, and they don't run it. It doesn't fall out. Let's see, make me a liar. Oh, there they did. See, that's what you got to kind of watch. And even these even had the rubber bands in them, so they still fell out. So later, you'll see I had put them in cards and it helped it. So this was trial and error and stuff that I was playing with. And then when I found the cards, I was real happy. So anyway, the cards work. You attach it with tape, take the rubber band off. So anyway, these were some samples of stuff that I had attempted to do, was not happy with it, but decided not to undo it. So this is like a trial and error test thing here. But I really like the ability to be able to flip through, and memorize by, and here's some more pictures. I took an actual picture on my phone, the iPhone. And here's another one. I was trying to figure out 1982's. See, so that you can layer them over too. You can put one in here and then flip it and see it. Those are some fun things to do. And then these are some more examples of pictures I took. I was looking, or when I was looking through at the very beginning. So I got him, big. See that? That chin to me looks different. And that was the back. That's the back. And I don't believe these pictures are good enough to send to anybody. They're not clear. So there's some examples. Trial and error. So I'm not happy with the pictures. So I'm not doing much of that. But anyway, there's an example of one that I did trial and error of. And here's another one. This is the one I think I had finalized. Yes. This is the one that has it, another little picture album. I just love the dogs. Okay. So the idea is, this isn't a sample. Okay. So I tried this. I was not happy with it, but I didn't undo it. So I just left it. But I took another one, and this is in a sample of what I did. And what I did is I moved this coin around. One time I put up here, another time I put it here, depending upon, it was kind of random, but I didn't want all the pennies in one spot. Again, looking for padding and protection for the coin for whatever it's worth. So this one I put at the top, and I taped it at the top. And so what I can do is I love my little cards. These are great. So what I did is, let's say I have a 1929 here. And like I said, and so what I did is I taped it. There's a 1929. You probably can't see it. But what we can do is I can do that. See, and when I get the flips, the other white flips, I'm sure, the see-through flips, it'll even be better. So that was kind of the idea there. And then I put the year. And then behind it, randomly, I can put statistics about the coin. 1929. Is there a silver in the 1929? What the weight's supposed to be. 3.12. Just different stuff about the coin. No mint mark. Does not stick to the magnet. That sort of thing. The 1929. So anyway, again, these little cards are kind of fun because they can go right behind, and they're short, simple notes. And that's kind of how that goes. So I was pretty happy when I figured that out in the tape. So thought I'd share that with you. And then you can see the next one. I dropped it down. I'm in trouble with this camera. The next one, let's see here. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, I flipped it. I flipped it so it went down below, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to flip it back so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So you can't see details, but the idea is, the idea is to do that on the top and that one on the bottom. So it evens out the book, as well as they're not clinking on each other. So this one's at the top, kind of, and this one's at the bottom. It's a 1935 penny. And again, information about the penny is able to come. It's able to come in and out, real simple and easy. And then I can reference stuff about the 1935 penny. So it's 1935. No mint mark does not stick to magnet. So again, there are little notes. This particular one, there was something different about it, so I pulled it out and wrote something on it. I don't know what I wrote, what it means at this point. So, you can organize stuff by date like that, and then they go in right behind each other. And once again, it creates a buffering. It's a protected kind of thing, and you have paper. See, you have paper behind it, so it kind of protects it a little bit. And there's some more examples of stuff that I've done. And I think, and then I put some I would just put paper in and notes in. Now you can do this. You can figure out however you want to do it. The lighting is horrible. I do not know why. Maybe it's because of the white background behind me. Which leads me to, I'm going to close that. Anyway, you get the idea on that and how that works. And it kind of keeps it out of any, it helps with the paper, helps keep the moisture out, and putting in a little bag helps with the moisture, and you don't want things to get any moisture to it. And I'm in a moisture area, so full of moisture. Okay, this is going to lead me into this. So, I think it is the white. I think it is the light. White. Okay, so this was, one of the first things I sent off for. We talked about these guys yesterday. It's, put things back here. Numismatic information. The Numismatic Association, the American Numismatic Association. So if you guys are wanting to get information on that, there's that. And then they sent me a booklet. I got this little booklet, and they talked about, they give me a little magazine as a sample that I can take a look at and learn from. And then they also said, I called them and asked them to send me stuff. And then it talks about how to join. And I don't know what happened with the lighting today. I'm going to have to work on that. And the cost and what it costs to join, what it costs to join, and all sort of that sort of thing. And I realized very quickly that I love this. Absolutely love it. It's called ANA. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it stands for American Numismatic Association, as I showed right here at the very bottom. Full of information. Very, very good for those that like to read. And packed with pictures, and they were very friendly and very kind on top of all of that. They come out of Colorado. And so I haven't joined, but I wanted to show that to you. That was some of the things that I wanted to show. And my pile's growing over here. Let me put some stuff back here real quick. Trying to do this quick. Okay. And another one. Oh, talking about bubble wrap. I put that in there. So here's another packet that I sent off for. And for some of those of you that might be new and learning new as I am to the latest with the social media and everything, and things have changed and things are moving really quick. Things get to travel. And it looks like I have someone saying hello. ACS Coin Shop. ACS Coin Shop says hello. Well, hello. Good morning. So anyways, there's that. And then, you can send off for that. And they talk about membership, of course, the different memberships that they cost. And then once you get the memberships, then you can get your coins graded. And I don't believe I have anything that's gradable unless something's lurking in an error or something. Good morning to you too. I'm so glad you're here. So this is exciting. So here's so this is a sample of their membership that they sent, and they gave you, like they give you a hard copy. You can fill it out, and then you can send your coins in, get them graded, however you want to do it. But they'll say I called them. I got the phone number, and called them, and they sent me this wonderful packet. So this is it's a breakdown. There's no way you can see the details of it. But if anybody's interested in calling them and getting a packet, let me know, and I'll give I can give you a little bit if you need to see the phone number. Where's the number? Let's see. Can you guys see the phone number? No. Oh, maybe you can see the phone number. I move it close enough. See, since I'm more of an audio kind of learner, I called them verbally and asked them to send me this packet. And there's the mailing address and all that. And of course, most of you guys are on the internet, so you know how to do this already. To me, it's a learning curve, and I just wanted to share with you. It's a very nice presentation. And they talk about how to grade, with the grading standards. And they give a little sample of how to grade different coins. And of course, I'm into pennies, so this they talked about the different stuff that I personally haven't gotten involved in. This is all stuff that is outside of my realm. They did the pennies and they did and they have others. They didn't. I don't even think they did the other stuff. And there's a tonal one. I like the tonals. Tonals almost looks like a rainbow. And they do have a grading section for that. It looks like altered surfaces, it's called. Scratches. No, wait a minute. Where did that go? Oh, no. I jumped to the wrong page. It says questionable color. So anyways, that kind of shows you that. And then on the very last page, they show PVC residue. Oh, I see. Obviously, I haven't looked through this too much. So there's a penny. Anyway, so this doesn't have much on pennies, so I really didn't go through it very much. They talked about different finishes and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into any of this, but it's here for when I try to learn it. There's so much to this. It's so overwhelming. So I figured I'd just stick with the date I was important to me and stay focused. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And I think I've stuck some other stuff in here. I contacted three people. I'm trying to keep my... All right. Annex. You see that? Oops. All right, so the one I just talked about is I'm folding it so you guys can see it. So I can get it into the window, to the camera. All right, so let's see if I can get this to you. Zone in. Yeah, I think the white does not like. There we go. I'm going to hold that a little bit. Some of this may seem redundant to some of you guys, but for other people that are new, and they may not necessarily really understand, I'm just showing you the things that I've done and processed so that I could learn more. Now, because I'm interested in errors, that's one I'm kind of really interested in looking at. As far as I understand, this one is the one that kind of really specializes with the errors. Correct me if I'm wrong, for those gurus out there that really know what they're doing. The collector's choice. So the Annex, they have it's like another grading group, and they have they specialize in errors or receive errors in varieties and are willing to work with you on them. And once again, I called them and asked them to send me hard copy information. And this outlines how to fill the paperwork out if you want to coin filling out your Annex stuff. And again, they were very, very helpful on the phone and very, very kind. And I'm trying to find an actual phone number that I can give you. Let's pull this out and see. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. Okay, let's try a little light on the subject. See if it can blind you. So there's the phone number. For those of you that are more audio than visual and need to make a phone call, I had to kind of hunt for this. So I figured my orientation are going to be for those that are more, maybe like me, that don't like to read very much or have difficulty reading. So this would be an actual contact person to call. So I'm assuming a lot of people on YouTube would be more maybe in my realm of learning style. So again, for those of you that are my computer people that are really good at what you do, I'm just explaining to you why I am doing the redundant of, there's the phone number. There it is right there. Get to talk to a real person and get some real information, get from information from people from, different venues. And being that we're audio and video, I'm assuming there's some of people that are more interested in it instead of just computer and writing stuff. Okay, so I wanted to share some stuff with you. Here's a little box again. I don't really care much for this because it rattles around. But if I packed it up and put in some stuff in there to keep them rattling, it would be good. These were old, so I didn't really worry about covering them up and keeping them from rattle. But these may be possible errors and possible rim errors. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn. And I wanted to show this to you guys because I had started with plastic containers. So I showed some plastic containers the other day, and I put the coins in the plastic containers, and I grab it, and the coins would go everywhere. So another one I wanted to just share with you guys and give you a heads up. And this just has stones in it. But if you take a look at this, it screws on so that it holds it and they're not going to fly. That happened 1 or 2 times, and then I thought, oh, I got to have a lid that will hold things in. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. And that was one thing. And through some of the videos I've watched, I was talking to some, I was just watching some videos, and I was trying to figure out, well, what if the coins are real dirty, like out of the ground dirty and mucky? And I had suggestions, maybe wrong. I'm going to share it. We'll share it with me. And those of you that really know what you're doing, I'd love your feedback on this. But I picked out some really nasty coins that are pretty much gone anyway. And I put them in a bottle like this, and I threw oil on top of it. This particular one, I have olive oil. You can kind of just see. And it's kind of pretty. It sits in there, and it is cosmetic. You get to see the pretty, get to see pennies, and it just kind of sits there. And so you leave it in the olive oil for a little bit, and then later, after a while, the gunk will kind of will come off, and then you can, and hopefully it won't harm the coin. So that any worse, it preserves it. I'm into preservation. So that's what that was. I wanted to share that with you. And somebody else said mineral oil would be better. And my question was, is it mineral oil, like the mineral oil get just by itself, or is it possible to use the mineral oil that's baby oil? So anyway, those were some questions I thought I'd throw up. If anybody has any suggestions or ideas as far as the mineral oil, I haven't done that yet. I'm not very comfortable. I haven't done too much of that. It's just an experiment. It's just from somebody else told me. So like these things like this, there's no lid. No lid. These are organizers for other things other than coins. Again, the plastic I'm not too sure about. But when I went to grab and move them around, I do way better with, these are samples. Lids that clasp down. That's really important. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And these, if you want to lay things out and organize them, these are good. But when you go to put them in things that they're sit in, you need a lid to protect them, and so they don't fly. But and some of the other equipment stuff that I've used is one of these. So I usually have this up here with my other stuff that I have for my equipment stuff. And little containers like this, I put stuff in, and then I put a coin in it and protect it, and I can mail it. So I'm just sharing you things that are like stepping out of the box, looking for variety, things that are protective, but yet not going to cost an arm and a leg. And eventually, I'll come up with something I'm totally and completely happy with. But until then, I get to experiment. And see, I don't really like putting things in containers like this. I really don't like, because they run it. I'd rather have it in something that is not plastic like this. And I'm guessing it's better not to do that. Again, feedback would be helpful. Here's a little container. I really like this. I figured out, I think 11 coins will fit in this. Very little movement. So this is a very small container. They don't move around. They don't rattle. They're not in the plastic. The old Tic Tac. Well, the Tic Tac freshmen. They're perfect, actually, for about 11 coins. And then I can slip them in those boxes that I showed you yesterday. Excuse me a minute. So, if you're sending very much. So, yesterday I showed you guys little packaging stuff I put in here. And then this can slip right into that I showed you yesterday. So I wanted to show that. This is what I was thinking about yesterday, trying to show you where they would fit in the little box, and then it fits and it doesn't rattle. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was some stuff they're small and they fit in the tackle box, and you can categorize them. You can write on them, and they don't wiggle. See that? And then the other thing, this is another one, and this is quarters. I feel kind of excited to share this with you guys. Quarters, as far as moving and traveling with them, again, it's a small Tic Tac candy container. I'm not suggesting Tic Tac for candy, but I suppose they're good. So anyway, those are quarters, and I can't remember how many I put in that one. And you put them down into the bottom, and because of the dynamic of the candy container, it allows it, you can just take this off like this. And then what I do is I squeeze it and it comes right out. If you don't squeeze it, it stays closed and together. Okay, so it has to be squeezed on the edges to undo them. See, look. But all you got to do is if you squeeze the side, they'll pop right out. So it goes like this, see? So I thought that was pretty cool. And so I thought I'd share that with you, because I'm playing with, I'm trying to find things that keep it from rattling, that I can, just thinking out of the box. And I like my wrists. I have trouble handling things that are really heavy. So this is another thing that I was happy to share with you. You can do different denominations. You do pennies, quarters, dimes. Dimes really work. I think you can put 2 rows of dimes. I'm not sure if it was. So as far as the plastic goes, see, here's a tube. These are what I really would like to have, are the tubes like this. And again, I label, relabel, rewrite. So those labels I showed you earlier are really great. Okay, so as far as plastic goes, that's pretty heavy, and that's pretty heavy. So suggestions on, if this would help protect the coins better than, some of the other things like plastic bags and that sort of thing. I think the answer is yes. So anyway, that's the flip. That's the ultimately, the ultimate goal is to buy tubes and to categorize them, because this works out really good. It just opens up, and I think this is an older one. Now again, the older ones may not be as good. I don't know. I'm hoping someone might share that with me. Okay, well, I think as far as the tackle box, I think I want to show you guys this. I was real excited to find this. Okay, so this doesn't rattle too bad. It rattles a little bit, but again, it's small and it's closed in. Okay, containers. Here's another one. You know, it's closing. It's the closing that I'm personally interested in. So I'm just trying to buzz through this as samples and things I've come with. Now, this is pretty cool. When I found this out, I was really excited. Okay, so these are those book rings that I showed earlier that I used for the coin tabs for like note-taking and stuff like that. So this is pretty neat. If you take this out, a flip will fit perfect in this container. Talking about the container. So here's those rings. I bought quite a few of them. They're not too bad. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. There's different sizes if you choose to, put several things on one. You can use a big ring. If you want to use the cards, it depends how many cards you're going to use. How many cards you want in your note stuff. So, I prefer smaller than the larger. But then what you can do is once you put smaller, here's another little trick. Let's say you did 3 small and you want to have those 3 together, then you can just open this up and throw those 3 into a big ring. See? And of course the cards are going to be on them. This is just a sample. And it's really not that hard to open. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this. See how that works? All you got to do is punch holes in those cards, and you can be driving. You could be sitting around watching TV and just flip through the card just like you would for school. See how that goes? And then you can have 3 or 4. So it's like a key. I called it a key ring. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, those are kind of cool little flip card things that you could put multiple ones on each one, and you have 3 in 1, and it could be categorized. Like I could do my 1979. This would be a whole 1979 ring. And then within the 1979, it might be the 1979 proof too. I'm not sure if that's the right word for it. I'm still trying to learn the verbiage on it. Anyway, a 1979D could be another row, and 1970 Philadelphia. 1979 Philadelphia. So all my information about 1979 could be categorized in this. So anyway, these are really, really neat. And then you can do color coordination and all kinds of stuff. But, this is just bare basics. So I wanted to demonstrate that to you yesterday, but I had it in my tackle box, and I didn't want to bring it out until I brought my tackle box out. And I thought I'd share this with you. Okay. So this lovely little thing right here is just so wonderful. Now what I need is my 2x. Let's see here. Oh, see, here's another one. See? I could throw that in here like this. And there's my categorization. It's endless how many you can flip it around. Oh, gosh, I'm trying to remember to stay in the camera. There we go. See that? Little note cards. And then you can put more in here. You could do a ring for addresses and a ring for computer, whatever. It's just, I like them. And they're not real pricey, and they're light. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that back there. And while I'm at it, here's another little thing I did. I took some glue and took some pennies that, I didn't really worry about too much. I was experimenting. And it can be like make a coaster, kind of like a coaster on. I put my drink, when I had it sitting over here, I put my drink on it, and it worked out good. I just glued some pennies together. Took the light ones and put in the middle, and then the darkers on the round. But that's my artsy crafty side. So I wanted to show that to you guys. And here's some more. This is I'm focused on pennies right now, but this is another, another holder for nickels per se. Let's see which way they go for you, but hello, Lincoln Central Coins. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you here. So anyway, those are some more examples of just holders that I've come across. And again, I wanted to show priority mail. This is a label that can go on the priority box. And so those are like some of the ways you can, I'm just showing you the equipment and stuff that I've come up with. And okay, so here's my little photography book I showed you earlier. And I am going to pull out a couple of these. We'll see which ones fall out. Okay, some fall out. See, they just come right out. So you have to put these on cards. But what I thought was really cool, this is my rubber band for those that just joined me. Instead of using metal around the coin with a staple, I decided to try to use rubber band. So these are some samples of what I have. And so what I discovered was, okay, so the book rings that I just showed you that were over here, the book rings that I put together like this, these little rings, they come in a little box about like, it's like this. It's a book ring, book rings. They're book rings. I got some of those that came in this box. Well, would you know it? The box is a 2x2. So I can actually put a 2x2. I can stack. Boy, the lighting on this is just something. I didn't have this trouble last night. Maybe because I'm too close. Okay, so anyway, the 2x2 fits perfect in here. And so I thought that was a neat little, I bought it for the rings. And then as I started to use the rings and I looked at the little container, I thought to myself, well, I can put my 2x2s in that. And it clamps down, and then another holder. Just thought it was kind of neat. And I'd share that with you. So anyways, so it multitasks. It has two purposes. I buy my rings. I get a good holder. And I really like these because they can stack on top of each other. And they protect them. And if I wanted to mail them in a little box, like the priority box, it's not going to shake. See? Everything I do, I'm trying not to have a shake. I don't want it to shake because we might lose them as they travel in the mail. So there's virtually no shake on that at all. All right. So Lincoln Central Coin says, hello, everyone. And ACS Coin Shop says hi to Lincoln. And Lincoln Central says, hello, ACS. So very nice to have you guys chatting together. And if you haven't already, why don't you come on over and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to each other so that, we can share with each other things that we want to share, help each other out. This is a good time. It's not real busy. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it real busy. So this is all good because I'm new. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you. The variations are phenomenally whatever you want to do. A ring box. I like things that I have to have. Obviously, is a measuring a weight. For packaging stuff, tape is big. Any kind of packaging that you can reuse instead of throw away and think out of the box and put it together. Tape is important. And Magnifying stuff is also important. And I shared this with you guys yesterday. This is always very nice to have. And then I also have a light where I can look with the light somehow. And that's the equipment I talked about the other day. And all right, I think my tackle box. See, now this is another item. Now this is the Tic Tac box, and it just comes. It just opens. You just open the box like that. Now what I did is I put. This is a bigger one, and again, all you gotta do is see that you just squeeze that box, and it'll stay in there until you squeeze it. See. This I haven't packed yet. See? It doesn't come out too much. But as soon as you squeeze the top of the box, boom. So you don't have to touch necessarily or dig it out or have anything clinging and clanging. Okay, I've been subscribed since seminar. Oh, very cool. I thank you so much for stopping by and giving me the support. Thank you very much for coming by. And hitting my like button, hopefully. So anyway, so this was, again, I am looking for flips from Ken. Until then, I've been just trying to do different stuff. This was a particular special thing for me, so I went ahead and put it in this. And it's looking pretty good. It doesn't look too tattered. But I'm open for ideas. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's so pretty. It's so, see that mirror? It's so gorgeous. So this is like only, I just happened to run across this or find it. Oh my. Yes, I have some flips on route. I sent him a letter, and hopefully I'll be getting them soon. But this is an example where I need a flip. I don't want it to hit anything or clang anything, or even though I'm interested in 1979 pennies, I am kind of playing with quarters a little bit, learning about quarters. And when I saw this, I'm like, look at that shine. So I put it in a special container for me. I tried to not touch the front of it. I tried to just close it up into, I use this paper because it's not going to stay in there very long, but it's just to keep it from getting hit or lost or changed out somehow. So I put it in this like that, and I folded it up, and I put it in my Tic Tac. There's two different sizes of the Tic Tac boxes. So I thought that was kind of neat. Looks like I'm doing a green theme. Not on purpose. It just happens that way. So I've got the Panda green and the Tic Tac green. I just noticed. Anyway, so that makes it, I do have, I look forward to getting those flips. And I guess the flips that Ken has are good because they will hold any denomination. So like, even though I'm focused on pennies and I'm focused specifically on 1979 penny, and that's what I'm wanting to trade out for, even though that's my main focus, I'm going to come across stuff like this that I'm going to want to put, and it's going to be in another size. And that's one thing I noticed is a lot of the 2x2s are sized, and you have to accommodate for the size. And what the flips that Ken has are, they're all the same, and they cover every denomination. So I don't have to worry about sizing the box to the different sizes, the 2x2 or the other one. And I like that idea. I just, let's see. Can I ask why 1979? It's why I'm interested in 1979 It's purely a special date for me. It has nothing to do with anything or anybody or any error or any proof. As I'm going along, I'm learning that 1979 does have a proof denomination of some sort. I don't even know the terms for it. But the 1979 is just a special date for me. It's emotional, and it's just a special date. It's not a birth date. It's just maybe as time goes on, I'll dig into a little bit more and share a little bit more about it. But it says, please check out my channel. Okay, so that's Lincoln Central Coins. And it says, okay, can I ask why 1979's Lincoln? Oh, 1979. And you know, I could go into 1979 other denominations. It doesn't have to just be pennies. As time goes on, I may grow, but I'm trying to stay very narrow and very specific so that I can learn and not get overwhelmed with all the variety of stuff that's out there. And so, oh no, I'm trying to look. Don't retract. Message retracted. No, I'm just a slow reader. Here, let me take a look. Oh, hopefully it's not been taken away. Lincoln Central Coins. Please check out my channel. Okay, let me see if it'll still work. Please check out my channel. Okay. All right, so I pushed on it. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't able to read it very, very well. Lincoln Central Coins. Please check out my channel. Lincoln Central Coins. Can I ask why 1979's Lincolns? Oh, it could be 1979 and quarters, dimes, all the denominations. I don't mind, but specifically right now I'm looking at the 1979 penny. And I can always grow, but I want to stay narrow, and I'll learn being narrow and not scattered, because I tend to get a little, I like a lot of variety. Let's say, message retracted, cool, misspell. All right. So, I don't know. I don't know what that meant. I hit it. So, if you want to put it back up, you can. Misspelled. Anyways, I'm glad to help you any way I can, and I'm glad to show your channel on my chat as well. But it was new, and I didn't know what it meant. So, anyways, okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, you know, that one coin that was really shiny. All right. And again, I just love these things. Oh, you misspelled your word, so you retracted it. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, however you want. That sounds good. Anyway, so I like these, and they're kind of fun. And then the little Tic Tac. There's two sizes of the Tic Tac, but the plastic's about the same, in the sense that it doesn't shake if you put it in there, and the lid can come off. When I found this, I thought, oh my gosh, this is great. So like if I want short-term storage, or I just want to send something to somebody in a box and I don't want it to rattle around. So once again, see, there's two different sizes of these Tic Tac boxes. Anyway, that's what I found. And then this one, what you can do, just like I did that one, it doesn't come out with too much shake, but once you squeeze the top of it, and it'll come flying. Watch. It comes right out. So again, and then I can put it back in. See? And it's not shaking. Things don't scratch. Anyways, I've been using those specifically. Great job. Sorry I have to go. Have a great day. Yeah, you have a good day too. And thank you so much for coming by and watching. Great job. Thank you so much. It's okay. I've got to cut out of here pretty soon too. I just wanted to get in some of this stuff. You have a good day. Thank you for coming. And then, like for example, here's a dime that looks like to me might be an error. And so I want to keep it special. And I don't like the flip, or I don't want the flip. So I'm going to stick it. I had that stuck in the Tic Tac. So it doesn't move around. It's a little Tic Tac. You just take the tape off the back of it. I'm going to split this. I'm going to put this in. These are like special to me. These are the two special ones that I want to learn about and find out about it. So, okay. So there's that. The 2x2s are also good. Just no staples. And again, I look around, my battery is dying. Okay, well, thank you. And I look forward to chatting with you guys later. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so anyway, so here's another example. Again, I can cover up with labels like I showed you before. I showed you sample here. You have a label, cover it up, and then you can cover it up and reuse. So anyway, I really liked about this is it's got a heavy lid on it. So even if I wanted to put, it just keeps it good and protected from the elements a little bit. And what do I have in here? I'm open for suggestions. It keeps it protected and covered. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time. But okay, so I've gone through quite a bit of different stuff here, and I've been on for an hour. So I was trying to go fast, but I didn't go very quickly. I have some more things I want to share with you all. But for right now, I've got to go. So it was nice to have everybody come by that did come by. And thank you for the heads up, and the sub, and hitting the like button. I'm sure it's going to grow as time goes. It'll go faster, and it'll be overwhelming. So anyway, take care, and hopefully lighting will be better next time. Okay, bye-bye.